All right, good evening, everyone. So you all are welcome to our lesson 5, and today we will be having our practical section because in our last class we were not able to cover everything that had to do with the introduction to C#. So our agenda for today is we would look into C# operators, the practical aspect, expressions and statements, the overview of conditional statement that has to do with the if-else statement, then switch statement and all. All right, so we'll move over to our Visual Studio. So, Precious, if there's anyone that has any question or if there's any comment on the group, just let me know.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So, can you all see my Visual Studio ID? Can you see my my VS Studio?
Yeah.
All right, fine. Great. So let's look into this addition, subtraction, division, what else again? Okay, multiplication. All right. Is there any other sign, any other operators aside this four? I think these is all now, right? These are the four basic. All right. So for addition, so what comes to your mind? Addition of two numbers. So let's assume there is a program that says write a program that adds two numbers. So how do we do that? What's the first thing we need to do? Who can help me out? Can someone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
All right, so we have a problem. Write a program that
Yes, I can hear you.
adds, okay, write a program that adds two numbers together. So what's the first step? What do I need to do?
We need to declare and initialize two variables. Then
right.
we can, from there, we can now add the two variables
Okay,
together.
all right, so we have of data type in value 1 equal to, let's say, 10. Then I have my value 2 equal to 5, right? What's the next thing? What will be the next step? After I've done this, what's the next step?
Then we can introduce another variable by adding the sum of value 1 and value 2. Let's say int sum is equals to value 1 plus value 2.
Okay, value 1, value 2. All right, thank you, Samuel. So you're not going to say anything again. Let me write your name down. Yeah. Samuel shall not say anything again. So others will take over. Okay. All right. So we have sum equal to, in sum equals to value 1 and value 2. And to test the result of this, to see the output of sum, we use what? What shall we use? We want to output the result. What line of code am I going to write?
Console the right line, but you need to console the
All
right line.
right. All right, fine. Thank you. So I have console dot write line, then open bracket, then hope you guys have not forgotten this because I want to write this sum of, who can tell me why the reason for writing this symbol? Yeah.
The reason is that so that the sum can appear on the screen or whenever you change the value for the assigned value. for the value one and value two, so that they also appear, not that the one you assign will not show, the one you put or
Okay.
the comment will appear.
Okay. So if I want to call a variable into my string, this is a string. Anything
Yes.
in between a double quote is a string. So if I want to call in a variable, all these are variables. We have value one, value two, sum. All these are variables. So if I want to call in a variable inside my string, I need to make use of the dollar symbol. And assuming I want to call in value one, I can't just go ahead to use value one. I have to include this value one in a what? In a curly brace, then put it in. Are we good? Right? All right, great. So the sum of value one and same thing, value two is what? Sum. So if I should print this, I should be expecting 15. So I'm going to run this. And by running that, can you guys see my command, my console? All right, you can't see my console. Let me try and I'm coming. All right, okay. All right, can you see my console now?
Yes.
All right, so the sum of this and this is equal to this. So what if I didn't make use of this dollar stuff? What do you think would have happened? Let's say I didn't make use of that. What do you think would have happened? Mm, all right, so the sum of this, what will be the expected output? Abdul, don't answer. Yeah, thank
Um,
you.
the output will be the sum of the
Abdul, don't
value.
answer.
Oh,
You
okay.
have answered before now. Anytime you answer once. Yes, let the others answer. Okay? All
Okay,
right.
sir.
Next person, make attempt. Who is the next now? Go ahead. Hello. I'll start calling names. So, okay. Um, Deligwe, what will be the expected output? What are you going to see on your console if I should run this? Deligwe, I hope we don't have people here who just joined the
Oh,
class while
sorry,
they're doing something
sorry.
else.
I was
All
talking.
right. Okay.
I was muted. Is it on the two consoles or
Line
just the
10,
one on line
line
8?
10, just line 10. Yeah. What's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be the expected output?
The string, the sum of value one and value two is sum. Like it does not pass in the integers. It's just a
Okay.
string. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Just a string. Okay, great. So that is why we need to use these dollars in case we want to call in a variable name. We do this straight up. All right. So aside this pattern, there is another way whereby we perform addition of two values, right? This is the first approach. This is the first approach to it. First approach. So to addition, right? So for the second approach, we can have it written as this. So um if we don't want to do this, right? So assuming I want to add 5 to sum. Can tell me what I would do. I want to add 5. The program says, the next problem says add 5 to sum. So what's it going to be? It means it's going to be what? is going to be sum equal to sum plus 5, right? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So next problem says add 5 to this sum. So how we tackle that is, first of all, we have already declared it. So I don't need to come and redeclare again because I've done this. Someone tell me what is this approach called when you are assigning another value to a variable? What is it called? What is that process called? Hello? Okay.
Hello, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah. I want to call somebody. Kingsley. Yeah, Kingsley. What is this process called when another value is assigned to the previous variable? What is that process called?
Sir, I think it's initializing the variable.
Nah, there's a name for it. We have initialized it. We initialized it the first time. Now, we want to give another value to that previous variable. What is it called?
So you are reassigning.
Exactly. So we are reassigning it, right? Reassigning
Yes,
the sum with additional 5. So there are two ways to it. They said add 5 to the sum. So it's either we write it this way, sum equal to sum plus 5, or we do it this way, sum plus equal to 5. Line 10, line 9, and line 10, they are the same, right? So if you don't want to go through the stress of repeating yourself, and what do I mean by repeating myself? You write sum equal to, you still write sum again plus 5, which still gives you the same result as the second one. This is the short syntax to rewriting this. Is anyone confused? Are we good? Hello, are we good?
That we communicate as well.
I can proceed, right? All right, so I can proceed then. So that is for that. Let's move over to the next one, which is subtraction. So for subtraction now, let's say assuming I have two numbers, value 1 minus value 2, right? Our result is what? What will be the int, what again? Subtracted value equal to what? Difference, right? Great. Now, the next question would be add 10 to the subtracted value above. So, who is going to answer this now? Marian. Can you hear me, Marian? Marian, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So, the question says now add 10 to the above variable, which is subtracted value. So how are you going to tackle it now? What's going to be your next line of code?
Add 10 to the subtracted value.
Above, like add it to this. Just say it with your mouth, then I'll write it.
Oh, okay.
So what will it be?
Okay, you want me to say it like an
Then I'll
expression?
write it. Yes, exactly. Yes.
So if the subtracted value is, okay, we'll now say subtracted value equals to.
Go on, just say it. Finish it. I'll write it out later.
Value 1 minus 10.
Is that correct? Add 10 to the subtracted value. You are not subtracting it. You are not minuses. You are still taking away now. But this time around, you are adding 10 to it.
Oh, okay. So it will be 10 plus.
No, say it again. Say it again.
It will be difference plus 10 equals to value 1 minus value 2.
Difference plus 10. What does the question say? Add 10 to the subtracted value above. This is the variable.
And the subtracted value is our difference, isn't it? So what I'm doing now, I'm adding it to this line 17. I'm not saying
why are you adding to line 17 when the question says add it to this subtracted value? All right, fine. Let me do that.
I'm confused, Sha. I don't really, yeah.
Add 10 to the subtracted value. If you check the previous example, what does it say? Add 5 to sum.
To the sum.
So it means sum equal to sum. This sum is the previous value for this sum, which is what?
Oh, okay.
15 plus this 5. That's what I mean.
Okay, so what I would say will be 10 or maybe difference plus 10 or difference. Wait, though.
No, you are not saying. I know this is always confusing people.
Hold on,
That's why.
let me see. I still want to get it. It will be difference equals to, yes, I want to do with the first one. It will be difference equals to difference plus 10.
That's not what the question says.
What does the question? It says add 10 to the subtracted value.
Let me use this. Add 10 to this. To the subtracted value variable. Let me put it that way. Above. What's it going to be? The same way now. So it's going to who will help her?
So will I say difference?
Okay.
Will I say difference?
You are still mentioning
plus
difference.
Equals to 10 or difference add 10. Honestly, let another person try now.
Samuel, go ahead.
It will be subtracted value is equals to subtracted value plus 10.
Exactly. Subtracted value is equal to subtracted value plus 10. That's what I wanted. If you check if they are still the same, it's the same flow. Add 5 to 10. Add 5 to sum.
Okay.
I didn't say add 5 to difference.
Right?
Okay. I said add 10 to subtracted value. So since I'm adding to this previous variable, I just need to reassign it, which is subtracted value equal to this subtracted value is the value that was gotten from here, which is what? Which is 10 minus 5, which is 5, right? Plus 10. Do you get? Right? So what's the second way of writing this? What's the second way of writing this? I made mention of 2 ways. It's either we do it this way or we do it this way.
So it will be already there. It will be subtracted value plus.
Continue.
Equals to 10.
Okay, exactly. So it's going to be subtracted value plus equal to 10. Great. So this is our method 2, why this is our method 1. So this is what we're going to do. So whenever I say use method 2 to solve it, we know what I mean. Method 1. All right. So I have another question that would say subtract 3 from subtracted value above. So what will this one be? Who am I going to call this time around? Okay, Isaac, Sam, Isaac. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name well. Isaac.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, all right. So use method 2 to answer this. So what will it be? Subtract 3 from this variable above.
Okay. Okay, it will be subtracted value equals to
no, I say use
minus.
method 2. You are using use method 2. Yes, use method 2.
Method 2. I'm confused.
You know, we have two ways of solving addition, subtraction of values, right? The first way is where we write it this way: sum equal to sum plus 5. Or if we don't want to repeat this sum here, we can just use the short syntax, which is sum plus equal to 5, which means sum is equal to sum plus 5. This the same thing with this. So I'm saying use this pattern to answer this.
Okay, that would be subtracted value plus equals to 3.
Plus equal to 3, right?
Yes.
Class, is that correct?
No, it's supposed to be minus equal to 3.
Yes, it's wrong because of the sign.
Right. So you know the question says subtract. I didn't say add.
That's true.
You get it now, right?
Yes.
So it's going to be subtracted value minus equal to 3. So writing it this way and writing the first way, which one do you think is easier and straightforward? Why should I
writing it this way?
This, right? So
yes.
I don't need to go through the stress of rewriting the same variable name and all. All right. So that applies to it's the same way with division, and it's also the same way with multiplication.
Addition.
Yeah, division and multiplication. Okay. All right. That's fine. So let's move over to one of the assignment I gave. Let's see, if else statement. Let me look for it coming. All right. So I have this problem. Yeah, I have this problem now. Conditional statement. Okay. So write an if statement that checks if an integer variable wallet balance is greater than 0, right? If it is greater than 0, print you have money, right? Okay, great. So how are we going to tackle that? Write an if statement that checks if an integer variable wallet is greater than 0. So what's the first thing to do? What will be the first thing?
The first thing to do will be declare the variable.
All right, so we are going to declare the variable, which is, since we are dealing with few numbers, so we're going to use int wallet balance equal to, let's say, assuming it's 50, right? Assuming this is 50, okay? Now, the next thing is to write our condition. Like I told you, in programming, right? What makes the program to be dynamic is as a result of this conditional statement and all, right? So question says, if wallet balance is greater than 0, what should happen? We should print you have money, right? So how are we going to write that in code? Okay. So to do that, we make use of our if statement, which is if in brackets, within the bracket, we have our expression or our Boolean statement that would help to check if that condition is met, right? So if wallet balance is greater than 0, I know there is a programming language that you have to even write greater than. I don't know what programming language is that, safe. Whereby there are some programming language where you would even have to write greater than, right? But in C#, we don't need to write greater than. We just write this symbol which represents greater than, okay? So if wallet balance is greater than 0, what should happen? So the action would be within this curly brace, right? This is where we would need to put in the action of what should happen if this wallet balance is greater than 0, right? So if it is greater than 0, what should happen there? Who am I going to call? Right, Precious Steve. What should happen there in line 50? If the wallet balance is greater than 0, what should happen?
And if you console right line, you have money.
All right. Print, you have money, right? So I'm going to make use of a console.writeLine, console.writeLine, which is you have money, right? Okay, great. Now, second question says, modify the previous problem, which is this, to include else block. Meaning, if this is not, right? If this is not greater than 0, so it means it's either going to be equal to 0 or less than 0. Let's just take note, right? Am I communicating? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You're
All right.
communicating.
So for the wallet balance not to be greater than 0, it means two things. It means it's going to be equal to 0 or less than 0. Two things, right? So if we have a value where wallet balance is not greater than 0, what should happen? That is where the else statement comes in. Okay. So what should happen? Else. Then we open our brackets, curly brace. So what should happen? Time to earn money. Print time to earn money. Good. All right. So we are going to do something funny. Before I come to this, let's do this. So -1. All right. Okay. So if I run this, let me delete this. Oh. Okay. All right. I want to see those who truly did the assignment without using ChatGPT. Marian Abate. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So if I run this, what will be the expected outcome or the expected output? Looking at this, which of them would run? Is it this or the both of them?
It says if wallet balance is greater than 0, Console right line, you have money.
Okay.
Else,
so
console right line, time to earn some money.
So what will it print? If I should run this, what's going to be the expected output?
Okay. I want to assume that. Wait, from
this
the
is the
first
value. This is the value. This is the value.
minus one.
Yeah, minus one.
Minus one is less than 0. Hence, it's going to print the first.
So it's going to print the first, right? Right?
Well, hold on.
You need to be sure yourself.
Hold on. See, int this is minus 1. Our wallet balance is minus 1. So it's less than 0. So if this is less than 0, yes, it's going to print the first one.
Okay, it's going to print the first one, right?
Yes.
Will it also print the second one?
No, because it's only going to print 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to print 1, right? Which is this.
I feel so. Yeah.
All right. You have money. Great. Thank you. So 5. Right. We are heading somewhere. Okay. Isaac, Jim, Sam. Okay, no. Odili. Yeah, I've not called you. Odili, can you hear me? All right, it's not answering.
You've called
Okay,
me
yeah.
or is Deligwe. I just changed my
Oh,
name.
you changed your name. Wow. I answer now. What's going to be the expected outcome?
Wallet balance greater than 0. It will be you have money.
You have money, right?
Yes.
All right, you have money. Wait.
Yes.
Something is supple. I just discovered something. Wait though. Where is she? Nobody even corrected me, self. Marian.
Is like when she answered, it's like
Yes.
trying to ask someone else
I'm
if
here.
she's correct or not.
Yeah, you said it's going to print you have money, right?
Hold on. Like this thing is confusing because wait first. If I'm even still thinking about it, what my wallet balance is minus 1 is on the negative side. And the condition is wallet balance is greater than 0. Jesus. It will not print that what I said. It will not print you have money. To print, it will come to this because
it's going to print which one?
This one, time
This
to
one.
earn.
So you see,
Yeah.
so in this class, nobody even called my attention to this. So hey,
no, it's not like nobody
when
called
you
your
are called upon
attention.
to
You were
answer questions
discussing
like
with
that, at
Marian.
times the questions will not start looking, like double. You'll be wondering you try to make meaning out of it. So it's while I was when the other guy was answering, I was asking myself, minus 1 and 0, which one is greater? So
okay.
Correction.
Because I had to go back to the next example, and you guys didn't call me back. It's all right. All right. So we have this. Now we would look into C# operators. There are logical operators we have in C#. So the first one is we have the AND, which is this, and we have the OR. All right, and the NOT operators, which is used to combine or negate conditions in if statement. Okay, so let's look at this AND. Right, what does this AND mean? Literally, what does it mean? Okay, so I will still use this to illustrate this. Okay, this is very, very critical. Yeah, so just pay attention. So wallet balance equal to 5. Okay, so for an means states, what's the meaning of the an? And what does this mean? And all right. So for an, both conditions must be true for the overall condition to be true. So what do I mean? That is, I have two conditions, right? I have condition 1 and condition 2. So for my right hand side, if the condition in my right hand side is true, right? And the condition in my left hand side is true, what will be my value? It's going to be true. That's what it means, right? Both conditions must be true for the overall condition to be true. Meaning for condition 1, if condition 1 is true and condition 2 is true, what will be the value? It's going to be true. The final answer is going to be true. That's the condition when using and. Okay, so just understand this theoretical aspect. So when we go into the practical, you would appreciate this. Okay, then what if condition 1, right? Let's do this. Okay. What if, let me rewrite this. What if we had this? Condition 1 is false and condition 2 is true. What will be the answer? It's going to be false. And you might ask, why is it false? Because from the definition of and, it says both condition has to be true. They have to be true. Okay? So once they are true, both of them are true, it means our final answer will be true. Okay? Is anyone confused? Is someone confused? Hello? Can I
Please,
proceed?
the last, I know that you said and is when both conditions are true.
Yes.
Then the next one, what did you talk about?
The next one is, what if one of the condition is false? Right?
I think it will be false now. Okay.
Exactly. And the second one is true.
Okay.
Our final value will be false.
It's false.
Because both of them are not true.
True.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Same thing applies to copy this. Same thing applies to what if this is true and the condition 2 is false. What will be the answer? False, right?
Yes.
Great. Then what if this? What if we had this? What is it going to be? If we had let's see, condition 1 is false, condition 2 is false, what is it going to be? It's going to be false.
False.
So great. So what I would advise you guys to do is, because this is always very confusing for beginners, right? So what I do is get a paper or just get something where you just need to write this down as your guide. So in case you come across some conditions and all that makes use of an operator, you know how to go about it. So what I do is, if I come across any condition that makes use of the and, I just go to my dictionary, which is this. to check the real definition of what is and what will make the whole statement true, which is if both conditions are true, then it is true. Okay? So let's take note of that. Let's see an example. I'll still make use of this wallet balance. So this is my first condition. Wallet balance is greater than 0. This is my first condition. Let me put it in a bracket. Let me put it in a bracket. If wallet balance is greater than 0. So this is my first condition. Okay. Now the second condition, separating this first and second condition with the operator, which is and I want to use and. So the second condition is this: wallet balance less than let's say less than 6. Okay, wallet balance less than 6. Okay, now I have this expression. How many conditions do we have? Hello, how many conditions do we have? We have 2 conditions, right? This is the first condition and this is the second condition, right?
Yes.
Fine. Now, of course, I'm not going to do it this way, but I always advise those that are starting out their journey, beginning their journey, or right, when you see something like this, to avoid confusion, first of all, go somewhere, write out the first condition, like go somewhere, write out the first condition and ask yourself, this is the first condition, right? This is the first condition, which is this. Then second condition, which is this. Now, for the first condition, ask yourself, the wallet balance, is it greater than 0? So, is it greater than 0? It's greater than 0, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, great. So that means it's going to be true. Okay. Now, for the second one, is it less than 6?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's less than
Great.
6.
It's less than 6, which is true. So since we have both true and true, what will be our final value of the overall condition? What is it going to be?
2.
Eh?
That was it. 2.
So it's going to be true.
2.
Who is mentioning 0 now? Why did you say 0?
The mathematician.
Who said 0? Who said 0? Please tell
You,
me, why
Sam.
did you say 0? Why did you say 0? Sam, why did you say 0?
Because maybe I'm lost. I don't know.
Okay, like from the definition, I said, if we have condition 1 as true and condition 2 as true, our final value is not going to be 0, it's going to be true. Do you get?
Okay.
Then all these ones is, what if condition 1 is false and condition 2 is true? What will be the final value? It's not 0, it's not 1, it's going to be false because
Okay.
both condition is not true. The only time our final value will be true is if both condition is true.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yes.
That is why we had true here and true here, and that's why it's not 0, because true and true give us true. Okay. Now we have gotten this as our final true. So what I do is, let me ask a question now. What will make this line of code to execute? What is going to make this line of code to execute?
Is
Let's say,
When both conditions are true.
Okay, both conditions are true, right? Or the only time this line of code will execute is if at the end of any expression, at the end of any expression that was carried out, the result was true. That is only when this line of code will execute. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you. So in real sense, this and this will result to true because both of them are true. And that's why it's going to print this. Okay? All right, fine. Let's try something else, something tricky. Okay. Let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. So I have two wallet balance greater than 16. So what's it going to be? You can use a pen, you can use a paper. I'll just give you 20 seconds to figure out that. Ede gift. Yeah, what's going to be the answer? What's going to be the answer?
It's going to be false, sir.
It's going to be false. Why?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because we have
Okay.
true and false.
All right. So this is true,
Well,
right?
but let's balance. Yes.
Then this is
false.
all right. So true, false give us false.
False.
And that is why this line of code did not execute. Rather, it was this line that executed, right?
Yes. Yes.
Great. Hope we are all following. I want to go over to all. Everyone is clear with the AND operator, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. So let's go over to all. All right, all. All right, for the all. So for the all to be true, it means one of the condition must be true. Take note of the difference. So for all to be true, it means one of the two conditions must have a true value. Okay? So what do I mean by that? Let's make use of this other conditions and all. So meaning if I have condition 1 as true, condition 2 as true, what will be the final value? It's going to be true. And what's the reason for the value being true? What's the reason? What's the reason for it being true? Hmm?
Satisfy the criteria for one of them must be true.
Okay, one of them must be true, right? All
Yes,
right,
sir.
great. Great. Someone is going to answer this. So this. All right, so I have condition 1, false, condition 2, true. Who will answer this? Marian Uba. Marian Uba. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name well. Can
So
you
I
hear
did not
me?
get your question. Can you come again?
All right. What's going to be the result for this? If we have condition 1 as false and condition 2 as true, what will be the final value? Since
It's
we are using
going,
for,
okay, it's going to be true
why is it going to be true?
because in using all operator, logic operator,
Yeah,
yes, the two conditions for it to be true,
yes,
you at least one condition needs to be true.
exactly. Yeah, thank you. So the second one, what's it going to be?
Still going to be true.
All right, still going to be true. And the last one, what is it going to be?
It's going to be false.
It's going to be false, right? So I'm going
Yes,
to
sir.
ask somebody, why is it false? Emmanuel Balogun. So why is it false?
Sorry, sir. Can I get the question again?
All right. I have condition 1, false,
Okay.
and condition 2, false. And we are using the OR operator. What will be the final value?
The final value is going to be false.
Why? Why not?
Because both conditions are false. So
Okay, because both conditions are false, right? And there is no
yeah,
true. There is no true
there's no
T
true.
value. Okay,
Yeah, there's no true
thank
T
you.
value.
Ede Gift, go ahead. You want to ask a question?
I just want to answer the question, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Someone has answered it. So it's going to be false. Great. So let's see an example. Let me change it to or. All right, I'm going to change it to or. And I'll ask somebody to help Abdul Salam. All right, so what's going to be the answer?
For this one, right? Oh, okay. 5 is greater than. That's true.
It's going to be
Okay,
true, right?
yes.
Okay, why is it true? What's making it true? Which of the conditions making it true?
What less than greater than 16? No, it will be false.
It will be false. So it
Yes.
means this line will print, right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Clap for yourself. You are clapping for yourself. Who agrees to that? Eh? Will this line execute?
Yes, the wallet balance is 5, and the
Uh-huh.
condition said if a wallet is greater than the 2. Sorry, wallet is greater than
Yeah.
5. Is greater than -2 is true.
It's true now, right?
Yes, it's true.
Great. So
So
this
it will
line
execute. You have
executes.
money.
Good. So we just need to be very careful because this is very, 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 very tricky. So we just need to be very careful when you see things like this, okay?
All right,
All
sir.
right. Hope we are all following. So we
Yes,
are
sir.
done with the and, the or. The last one will be the not operators. All right, the not operator. Okay. So for the not operator, it negates the condition, making true conditions false and vice versa. So meaning for this not operator, if I have one of the condition to be what? If I have one of the condition, condition 1 to be true, and I have this not keyword here, this not symbol here, which is having a condition of true, the final value will be the opposite or the negation of that true value. Meaning, if here was true, the final value will be false. If this place was false, the final value will be true. That's what it means. Is it confusing?
Awesome.
Are we following?
No.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. That's nice. Okay, let's take an example then. So what do I mean? Right? What do I mean? This is what I mean. It's right. So I have this. What if condition 1? This one is just, it deals with just one condition. Yeah, one condition. So there's nothing like 2 conditions. It looks at one condition. Let me just use one condition. first. I don't want to go advanced. Right. So if I have condition 1 as false, this is condition 2, right? This is condition 2 as true. Okay, are we following?
Yes, sir.
Right. For my condition 1, it has value of false. If I put this not symbol, this is the symbol. If I put this not symbol, the final value of this will be what?
True.
The opposite of false, which is what? True.
True.
That's what it means. For this second condition, if I put, it has a value of true, right? Once I put this not operator, what will be the final value?
False.
What is going to be the final value?
False.
False, right? Because the not operator takes it takes the opposite value of the initial value, meaning for condition 1, initially it was what? It was false, right? But the moment I introduce the not symbol, it changed the real value from false to true. Do we get?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
sir.
Who said no?
That
Are
is
we
me.
good?
Yes.
Okay, you are still
Uh-huh.
confused. Okay, don't
Yes,
worry.
sir.
Let's go to example. Don't worry, you understand it clearly. Let's go to the example. All right, let's go to the example. Let me just do something. All right. So I have my int wallet balance equal to 5, right? Then I have this all set up. Ede Gift, you're the one that said you don't understand.
Sorry, what
Gift,
did you say?
you're the one that I don't understand, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So this is what I mean. Let me put this in wallet balance. All right. Wallet balance. Okay, greater than 0. Right. So now answer this. Wallet balance greater than 0. This expression, is it true or false?
It's false. It's true.
It's true, right?
Yes, sir.
Great. So the whole idea is once I put, you said it's true, right? Let's go somewhere.
Yes.
Great. This is what it means. I have this, the initial value there give us true, right?
Yes.
Once I introduce, or once you see this not symbol besides the expression, it's going to change that your true value
To become false.
to become false. That's what it means.
Okay, so that means that exclamation mark
Yeah, exclamation mark.
it means
Yes.
false.
It means, it doesn't mean, it means the opposite
Opposite.
of
Opposite.
the
Of
value I had
not.
before.
Any
Oh,
value. Maybe if it is
Any
true or
value.
false.
I know this is confusing. Okay, this is it now, right? You said wallet balance greater than 0 is true, right?
yes, sir. Yes,
The
sir.
opposite of true is what?
False.
What made that false? Because there was a not symbol there. So the not takes the opposite of the value I had before.
Okay.
Do you get? So
Yes, sir.
meaning if I had, let's say, okay, what if here was less than, okay, wallet balance less than 0, is it true or false? True or false?
Bad network.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So wallet balance less than 0. This expression, is it true or false, or this condition?
It's true. Sorry, it's false.
It's false, right?
Yes, sir.
What if I put this here, the not
Is
operator?
it becomes true.
It becomes true. So if it becomes true, will this line execute?
When it becomes true, no.
They are still confused. For this to be true, it means this line will execute. Like, see this if statement as the gate, right?
Okay, you
This is
added
the
it to
gate.
it.
Yeah, I added it to it, right? So which is making it true. Initially, it is false, so, but once I added this not symbol, it's changed the value from false to true. And because it is true, this line, this block will execute. Do you get?
Yes, sir.
But what if I had the previous expression as this? Wallet balance greater than 0. Is it true or false?
It's true.
Fine. If I put this here, what will be the final value?
False.
So will this line execute?
No.
Because it's false. Therefore, this other line will execute.
We
Right?
execute. Yes. Yes, sir.
Great. So we are good with all these three. So, because this is, you can't do without this. Yeah, you will see it everywhere. You can't do without these operators. They are very powerful. They are everywhere in your code. So just take your time to practicalize on it. Okay?
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So we have our if statement done. So we'll move over to the switch statement. Yeah, the switch statement, which is the final one. For the switch statement, all right. We'll still use this. We can still use this to illustrate that.
Sorry, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sir, please, can you explain this not again? Like it's very
Okay,
confusing.
okay.
Please, can you just go over it one more time? Sorry.
All right, no problem. It's fine. All right. Let's use another example. Let's use another example. All right. Um. All right. I'll see if this one. I have um. I have a variable called boolean bool um is Duncan female, which is set to what? Which is set to um true initially, right? It is set to true initially, right? Is Duncan female set to true, right? So I have this condition, I have this if statement that states if is Duncan, if is Duncan female equal to, I've not also made mention of this other equality sign. If is Duncan female equal to true, what should happen? Console dot write line. Console dot write line. Duncan is a female, right? Duncan is a female. All right. Duncan is a female. Else, Duncan is a male. All right. Duncan is a male. So this is my variable called is Duncan female, like to tell if you're either male or female. So if you are female, then it is true. Okay? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I
Hello?
can
Yes,
hear you.
sir.
Great. So I have the condition. If this variable is true, right? This is another operator called the equality operator. So this is like saying, writing this is like saying, if one is a number, it's like saying equality means, um, it checks the first condition if it is equal to the second condition, right? Or if the first condition is equal to a certain value, that's what it means. Okay. Now, if is Duncan female equal to true, what should happen? Print this, Duncan is a female. Else, print this. Okay. So if I ask you now, which line of code would run? Which line of code would run? Is it this or this, given this condition? Duncan, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So please come again, my network.
Yes, sir. I
Network.
understand now, but
Wait, just answer. Which of the line will run? Is it this or this?
that is the first line that will run.
The first line will run, right?
Yes.
Because the
Yes, sir.
value for this is Duncan is
Yes.
true. Now, what if I put the not operator there? What does that mean? By me putting this not operator, it means it's going to be the opposite of this true, which is going to be what? False.
False, yes.
Now, the question is false equal to true?
No, sir.
So will this line run?
No, it will
No.
not. So it's the second line that will
That
run.
will run because
Yes.
of
Yes.
this not operator that was
Not.
introduced. So it's taking the
Okay, sir.
opposite of the value. So
Yes.
if I had false here, and let's say I removed this, let's say there's no not, which line would execute?
The first one.
Hmm?
No.
The first one.
Yes. It's
Hey,
false.
it's the second one now. I've changed something. Is Duncan is now false.
Okay, sorry, it's the first one.
Yeah, I still saying first one again.
The second
No.
one, because Duncan is false now.
So false and true, they are not the same now. So it's not going to run. It's this second one that will run, right?
Yes, sir.
Because is Duncan is false. But what if I introduce the not operator? Initially it was false, but because of the not, it has changed that false value to true value, right? So true and true, are they equal? They are equal, right?
Yes, sir.
And great. So this line would execute. This is very, very important to take note to. Yeah, it's very, very important. So just try and go back and practice, do more of practice.
Okay,
Okay?
sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sure. So let's go over to switch. Switch is be our final switch statement. All right, switch statement. All right, so let's use this. So switch statement can be used to execute different code blocks based on the value of a variable. They are often used as an alternative to long if-else chains when checking a single variable against multiple values, right? So what I'm going to do is, let me write down, let me do this. This is what we'll be doing. Write a statement, a switch statement that takes, I don't need to, should I use this as an example? Okay, let me use this. That takes a string of variable. That is example, apple, banana, orange. Let's make it, let's say here, here, and what would be the next one? Quiver.
Papaya.
Okay, papaya, papaya. All right, so we have 6. Let's take the next one. Um, mango, then udara. I mean, they call them udara. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 fruits. So if it is apple, it's going to print this fruit is an apple. This is going to print this fruit is apple, right? If it is banana, it's going to print. Let me just copy that. Let me use that. It's going to print this fruit is banana. So like that, like that, like that. If it is orange, it's going to print this fruit is orange. Do we have orange? Okay, we have orange. So it's going to go on and on and on. Don't bother yourself about this. Include a default case for any other fruit, right? We'll come to that. We'll just take it step by step. Okay. All right. Let me remove this. So we can use if statement to solve this, and we can also use switch statement to solve this. So let's use the if statement. So we have a variable string fruit equal to what? Apple. Initially, this is our value for the fruit, which is assumed to be apple. Now we have a condition. We have this condition. If fruit is what? But let me just complete all these things so that I don't stress myself writing everything. So who is confused now? Why do I have this? Great. Is someone confused? I know I explained this in the last class where we talked about the if, else, if, else, if, else, if. So the else if is we are checking for multiple conditions, right? Then we reach the final condition of. So the first one is if fruit is this apple. Okay, Abdul Salam, go ahead.
Sir, like that, I noticed something. Is it that you copy and paste something, or there is shortcut you use to?
I copied and pasted it, yes, so that I don't need to
Okay.
rewrite everything.
Okay, I thought it was a shortcut.
No, no.
I see.
Yeah. So if fruit is apple, print this, right? If fruit is banana, print this. Else, if orange is this, print this. Else, if pear is this, print this. Else, if papaya is equal to this, print this. Else, if mango is equal to this, print this. Now we have reached the final. Okay, else, if udara is equal to this, print this. Now this final, who can tell me why this is necessary? Else. Who can tell me why this is necessary? The last one. You know, we have already completed everything, the udara and all. So it's assumed can stop there. And we don't need the if again, since it's the final udara bet. There's a reason for introducing this else. So Abdul Salam, what's the reason?
The reason is that in case if anybody inputs the food that is not listed in the
In these
conditions, so
conditions?
it will pop up the else statements.
Okay, great. So meaning if the fruit that was assigned here is not among these conditions, then the final statement will be like unknown fruit or fruits not present. Not present. Okay, great. So as if even I had this. So if I run the code now, if I should run this code, if I should run this code, what do you think it's going to happen? Which statement would print? Let me ask. Who has not said anything? Marian Abate. Yeah, it's been a long time. Okay, you said something. Yes, Marian Uba. Ah, God. Sorry, don't bother your name. Marianne, can you hear me? Okay.
Sir, I don't get you.
Yeah, which line is going to execute? What will be the final result? I have my fruit equal to this apple, GF, JJ, blah, blah, blah. Then this is the conditions and all. What will be the final output if I run this?
Okay, the S statement.
What's the else statement? What's the else statement?
Fruit not present because the fruit is not there.
All right, the fruit is not there, right? Okay,
Yes,
great.
sir.
All right, great, 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 great. So we have fruit not present. Yeah, thank you. So this is our if statement. Okay, this is our if statement. Now we are going to solve this same problem using the switch, right? And this is how it works. This is how it works. So for the switch, right?
What it is.
For the switch statement. Okay, so the first syntax is this. We have switch is small letter. We have the switch, the keyword switch, right? Then inside it is going to be the variable we want to be checking, right? If you check the definition, switch statements can be used to execute different code blocks based on the value of a variable. Now, I want to check for the condition of this based on this particular value. So, meaning in this bracket, what will be inside this bracket is the variable fruit. Okay? Just pay attention. Sorry. Fruit is going to be fruit. Okay? It's just same syntax and all. No difference. All right. So this is my curly block that will contain all the conditions. Same way with this. So all these conditions you see here will be within this curly bracket. Okay, this is where I'm going to put them. But it has a different syntax. So first the switched keyword, then the variable we want to check, which is this fruit. Then within the curly brace, the different cases, the different conditions and all. So first thing is we have how many conditions? How many fruits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, for if else if statement, we just do if this is this, do this. But for switch, we look at the first condition, which is apple. And how do we write that? We just say case 1, right? We have case 1, or maybe instead of using case 1, we can case case apple, right? Meaning if what is entering here is apple, what should happen? Don't worry, I will repeat this again, all right? First of all, we have the switch. Secondly, in between the bracket, we have the variable that we want to check for the condition and all. Then all the conditions that will be checked will be within this curly brace and all. So the first condition is if this is apple, and how do we write that statement or that code using switch? We make use of the case keyword. Case apple saying if what is entering here has value equal to apple, right? What should happen? Put your colon. What should happen? Console dot right line, then saying this fruit is apple. Let me just remove that one. I know this is going to take time. This is apple. Who is confused? Before I proceed, is anyone confused? Can I proceed? Okay, Abdul Salam, go ahead.
Okay, my question is that, like now, the first case, assuming now you put case orange, and
Yeah.
when you listed your string or you declare it,
Mm,
orange is not the first fruit in the first place. So in case,
mm.
assuming now you put orange, case orange,
They are
that
the
one is the first.
first,
Yes,
right?
yes, and orange is not in the first position in the way you declare your
Mm, yeah.
variable. Will this still jump to the orange, or it will just follow the
It will
normal
skip
procedure?
it. It will skip and go to the next condition,
Okay. So
right?
like now, between
Okay.
case using case one and using the variable name, which one is more advisable?
Using this if and the switch.
No, using the name like orange or case one. If you use case one, it's still the same thing.
Case one, no, it's different though. Case one is when the variable is a number,
Okay.
right? There are two different things. So, like, I know there's an assignment that had to do with use switch to find days of the week and all days of week, right? Equal to, let's say it's on the third day, right? Now, the
Yeah.
variable is actually a number. So since it's a number, I don't need to use string,
Okay.
right? I just need to use the number. If what is coming in is 1, then do this. If what is coming in is 3, which is actually 3, right?
Okay.
Yeah. You get it?
Okay. Like now, anytime this value that is coming in is string, you are going to use string. If it is number, that means that's when you are going to use case one.
Yes, case 1, case 2. For now, we have not gone to that advanced. Just for now, switch has some complexities and some expressions and all, but for now, just know that the variable, like the variable that is coming in, which we want to use to compare and do our conditions, is a string, meaning our
Okay.
cases being strings, because it's actually a string that would make this other line execute,
Execute. Okay,
right?
sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. All right. Let's undo and go back to our Apple. All right. I don't know why C# is forcing me to okay. Control. All right. Console, right line, then break. They forced me to do this. I didn't want to do this. C#. All right. I didn't want to make use of this break here now because there's a reason for it. So I'm trying to remove that, and C# is telling me I have to use it.
Question, sir. What was the reason why you didn't
Hmm?
use what was the break in the first place?
Now it's
You said you
important to use break, but
no,
there
you
is a
said you don't want.
reason.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah,
You said you don't
it's
want to
for
use it.
example. Yes, I just want you guys to see why we need to use break. Yes.
Okay. Okay,
So
sir.
that's why I had to remove it, and C# is telling me to put it back. Ah, so I'm going to
Okay,
put
sir.
it back. Don't bother about this break for now. But just note that every case you write, right, may contain a break or not. Okay, to contain a break, just understand that for now. Okay.
All right, sir.
So don't bother yourself about this break. Later at the end, I'll explain what this break does. Okay. Just note this case, checking for the value of the fruit, then the body or the action. This action is like what should happen. Each of these, what should happen. Okay. Once this condition is met. All right. So we have the break. Secondly, now we check for another case. Case what? Banana.
Banana.
what should happen? Console right line. This fruit is banana. Okay?
Awesome.
All right. Great.
And
The
can you
third
please and
case. Sorry?
jump one foot? Can you please and jump one foot? Like now, the next one is orange. Maybe you should jump to pear to see the output. For the example, for the correction you try to call our attention to the other time.
Okay, which one?
Like now you can jump, like now orange is the next one. Maybe you should jump that orange to.
Apple, banana. We have apple, banana, orange now. Yes, I want to put the orange.
So instead
That
of
what?
putting orange, maybe just try and jump. Maybe help us to put pear. I think pear is the next one. So that.
Okay. Case. All right, case. Yeah, right?
Yes.
And then case pear, what should happen? Do this, right? Then secondly, is going to be what? Case orange. Then this should happen, right? Are
Yes,
we done? We have apple, banana, orange, pear, papaya, mango. All right, the next one is papaya. All right, case papaya does this, okay? Let me see something. Right. This. Let me try something. Wait, okay. It's still showing that. All right. Case papaya, console right line this. Then the next one is mango. What should happen? Do this. Then finally udara. Right. Udara. What should happen? Do this and break. Is that all? I think we are done.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So I have this. This is the same thing as all these conditions that you did here. Are we following? Hello.
Sir. Yes. We are with you. I'm with you.
All right. Who else? Who is confused, please? The class is quiet. Can I proceed?
Oh.
All right, I can proceed. Okay. So
Yes, you can proceed, please.
yeah, this is the same thing with this. Now, this else is what if the fruit coming here is not among this condition? What would happen? So how are we going to represent this else in our switch? So there's what we call defaults, right? So default means if none of the condition, or if the fruit is not present in all these conditions, then do this. Fruit not present. Fruit not present, then break and all. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Great. Fine. Now, if I run this code, let me collapse this now. Okay, I've written that now. If I ask this or this, which is neater, using the if else or using the switch, which is neater.
Switch statement is neater and well arranged.
Okay, who else? Who else has contrary opinion? Isaac, Abate, Precious, Samuel, Abdul Salam, Kingsley, Ede, Gift. You prefer the switch, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir. The
it
switch
was
is better
simpler
than
than the
the
first.
if statements.
All right, all right. So how it works is someone would ask, what's your reason? When is it best to use if else statement? Because we know they both achieve the same result, right? So when do I use the if statement and when do I use switch statement, right? Who can try guess? Who can tell me one reason why I would go for if statement and reason why I would go for the switch statement? Who wants to try? Hello?
Can I try?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I believe the if statement will go through all the options we have before it gets to else.
Okay.
Okay, it will check. But for the switch, once it gets to the fruits that we are looking for, I think it will break. It will not check
Okay.
others.
Okay. So my question is, we say you agree that if we use if else, we will get the same result, and if we use switch, we still get the same result, right?
I want to believe so.
But it's the same result now. Did you see it for yourself?
Yeah.
We ran this, we got fruit not present. We ran this same switch and we still got okay. Let me prove that to you now. Since you are confused. Okay. Let me just comment this out or remove it. Right? Let me run this. We have Apple FG, right? Okay. Samuel, I'm coming. Just hold on. Okay, so if I run this, I'll have what? Fruit not present, which is this, right? Right? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, if I run this same, let me delete this one. Let me delete this one. Let me delete this one. If I run this using the switch, I'll still get the same result. I'll still get the same fruit not present. So either you use the if statement or you use the else statement, the if statement, you still get the same result, right? Okay, Samuel, go ahead. You want to say something?
Okay, like you asked that when is it okay for we to use if and switch statement? We
Exactly.
see that time for one to use switch statement is when we are running a case of same variable, just like the one we are having right now. We are running a case of a fruit is one variable we are running for, and we are just checking, okay, if this is fruit, if this is mango, if this is purple, and the rest like that. And whereas for if the best time for we to make use of this is when we are having switched, because it helps us to be it helps us when we have
Okay. You tried. Well done. Cool. All right, Abdul Salam.
Okay. Like now, to my own observation, I thought to my own observation, I noticed that if statement it can accept a complex,
yes,
complex,
yes, all those switch logical operators then
logical,
to be
more
very
than two, three
okay.
type of data in as much as a condition. But
You know, switch can do that too.
Yeah, switch can do that. Okay. Let me come this way. Let me come this way. We are trying to run. We are trying to run a case of 4 to 7, 4 to 5 logical operators. Like, okay, if this let's say we are trying to categorize 3 to 4 logical operators.
Okay.
I believe personally, this is preference. I believe that using if statement will be much more okay dealing with those logical operators than the switch statement. So I prefer to go with
yes,
if statement when dealing with that than using switch statements.
switch statements.
Okay. Nice. Actually, yes. I agree with you, but there's one reason why. Like one reason why. Okay. Someone else. Who is
I
raising
think,
hands?
and also I think like now switch.
Precious.
It
Okay,
only
wait.
accepts.
Let Precious answer first. Sorry. Let Precious answer. All right.
Sorry, that's me a question. No, I wanted to ask.
I'm asking you question. You're still asking me question again.
Yes, because what I'm thinking of, if switch statements can handle the logical operator, that is and or and not.
Okay, that would be the reason why switch is better than if statement. But I don't know the answer. That's why I wanted to ask.
Okay, yes, it can handle that logical or yes. Okay, Ede, gift, go ahead.
Okay, we don't. We have been here dragging which one is better. To me, personally, I prefer switch statement because it's more complex. Like it's well arranged. Like when you look at it here, because when you keep on repeating else if, I don't know. But to me, especially like this second to the last person that just spoke before me now, he said he preferred the if statements. So when you're performing
Okay,
multiple logic.
logical operators and
Yes.
all.
So
All
but
right.
then the switch statements, I think is better and is more neater than the if statement. Not that
All
all of
right.
them cannot, they are all work and give the same result, but switch
Okay.
statement is better.
All right. Thank you. You all have spoken perfectly well. All right. Now, someone asked me the reason why I would prefer this if to the switch or the switch to the if is just the number of conditions. Like, imagine having, let me increase this first. Imagine having this number of conditions where you'll be forced to use, let's say, imagine having this. Your conditions are so much, right? Imagine having this, and also you are trying to manage that using the switch. And the whole goal is to make your code neat and readable, right? We are trying to, as much as possible to make sure we write clean code and all. Imagine having this and having this, right? Which will you prefer? Let's start from there. Which will you, the switch, right?
Yes.
Great. So now the thing is this, if, all right, okay. If the
Sorry,
conditions
sir,
that
can
we
you
are
come again?
checking
My
for,
network.
all right. So I had this conditions. I increased the conditions to, like, we had over 10, 11, 12 conditions managed with the if else statement. And also we tried that number of conditions using switch. And the question was, which will you go for? Which is best? Which would help you understand the code better? And I said switch. You agree with me, the switch, or it's if else statement? Which one? Can you hear me? Your network, sorry. All right, let me proceed now. Time is soon. Sorry about your network though. All right. So the idea is,
My network is bad.
yeah, sorry. So the idea is, if the number of conditions is lesser, let's say I'm checking for maybe just this number of condition, right? It's more ideal to go for if statement because the conditions are not much. So the reason why one chooses switch over the reasons you gave it correct or perfectly fine, but there are other reasons. Most reasons is more like if the number of conditions is few, right? It's fewer, it's okay to go for if statement. So switch comes in when the number of conditions are so much, like 5 or 4 conditions. Like once it's more than 4, then just go for switch, just to make your code neat and all. Do you get?
Yes, sir.
Right? So
Yes,
that's
sir.
just what I wanted to say. Now, about this break, because I was trying to remove it, so I'll show you guys one illustration, and C# is still lagging this stuff. All right, let's do this. All right. The usefulness of this break is this. Switch works different from the if else statement and all. So assuming this fruit initially was let's say apple. Let me put it apple. String fruit equal to apple. And if it enters this switch statement, it's going to run this, right? Are we good?
Yes.
Now, had it been this break wasn't there, what will happen? It's still going to check the second one.
The second one.
It's still going to check the third one. It's still going to check the fourth one. Still going to check the fifth one. Still going to check the sixth one. It's still going to check the seventh one, and it will still check the eighth one and go on. So imagine the time when that break would have just, since it has met the condition. The usefulness of the break is once the condition is met, break means break out of this statement and go back to what called it. Meaning if this condition is met, with this break here, the English word now, break means to like break out now, right? So with this break keyword, it means don't do this. Don't go ahead to, you have actually met this condition. So you don't need to come here again. Just break out of this switch statement. That's what it means. Who is confused? Is someone confused? Hello?
So my problem is that my network is bad.
Sorry. You watch the video, and if you still don't understand the video, then you can just let me know. Then we can have a class for that.
Okay, sir.
All right. But we are all good now, right?
Yes, sir.
Great. We are all good. Fine. Perfect. All right. What else am I skipping? What else am I picking? What else am I skipping? All right. Now, there's another question. Should I even do that? Okay, let me do that. I have fruit equal to this. If fruit is apple, let's use the if statement, right? Or this is my or fruit is equal to let's say fruit is equal to orange. I have fruit equal to apple or fruit equal to orange. This fruit is apple or orange. So what happens if this is run now? Let's assume here was pear. Let's say here was pear. Would this line execute?
No.
Hmm?
No, it's not execute.
It won't execute, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So what of orange?
Yes, it will
It will execute.
It execute, right?
Yes.
All right. What of orange?
It
It's
won't.
not execute.
Hey, people caught me. Oh. Hi. Why won't he execute?
Because
Because
C# is case sensitive.
damage.
Yes, exactly. Case sensitive. So this A is different from this A. As we progress, once we go into methods, yeah, you would know how to manage things like this. Yeah. So and all. So this and this. So how do we I have, let's say I have list of items. I have list of items. Let's use another live example, right? I have list of items. Let's see. I'll soon end the class, sorry. Let's see. String item equal to apple, right? Which can be iron or television, which is electronics and all. So if if case is apple, right? I want to check for this is what I want to do. Let me use if a statement first. Sorry. If item is equal to apple, or item is equal to banana, right? What should happen? Console dot write line, console dot write time. This item is a fruit. This item is a fruit, right? Then else, this item is not a fruit. Console dot write line. This item is not a fruit and all. So we all understand this. We understand this part now, right?
Yes.
Good. Now, how do we manage that with switch? There's a way we go about. Let's say I don't want to actually be doing this. I don't want to be doing this. Let's say, let me delete these other ones first. Okay, let me delete this. Let's say case apple. This item is what? This item is a fruit, right? Now I want to check for another fruit. Okay. All right. Sorry. All right. This is what? Banana. Then if it's banana, I'll still say this item is a fruit. Then default is, okay, let me use the third one. Let's just try the third one first. Let's try the third one. All right. Which is pear. 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 This item is a fruit. Then if it is not a fruit, it will say this item is not a fruit. Right? Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Now, one thing with programming, right, is one thing we try to avoid is repetition. We try to avoid repetition, too much repetition. So if you check now, line 86, line 89, and line 92, they are similar, right?
Yes, sir.
You know they are similar, right? Because they have the same output. This item is a fruit. This item is a fruit. This item is a fruit. Okay? Right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
because there is a repetition, we can actually manage that. I don't want to repeating console.write line. This item is a fruit. Then for this item is a fruit. This item is a fruit. Now, since I know that apple, banana, pear will give me console.write line, this item is a fruit, right? I can do this. I can actually delete this. I can actually delete this, right? I can delete this. I can delete this and leave only this and leave only this. Someone is going to get confused. Who is confused? Is someone confused? Hello? Is someone confused?
No, but my question is that like now this one is off. Do we because it's either it is apple or
If
banana
this
or
is
pear.
this, if this is this or this is this, do this and break out. That's what it means. Yes, exactly. The O. Yeah.
But what of if you want to use and? Is there a way
Sorry?
to use if what of if you want to use and in switch? Is there a way to use and in switch too?
Okay, I'll go to the and. I just want everyone to understand this O. Are we good with this O?
I'm good with that.
All right, everyone, are we good?
Yes, I
Yes, sir.
understand.
All right, great. Now the and, and is between two conditions and O, right? So for the and, it's just this. Let me just make use of this. Let me make use of just one. Then I'll use the and to explain that. All right. So for and, if I have this, fruit equal to what? Apple, right? Okay. And what fruit equal to right. That's the way we manage that. Okay. Okay. Let's see this. If they have changed this pattern. Type to string. The reason why we not do this, if you check this squiggly line, what does it say? Cannot implicitly convert type to bool, right? So more of the and works with if the type is it's a boolean. So what do I mean by boolean? I mean this. Let's assume I had what bool is fruit equals to false, right? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Great. Is
Yes,
fruit
I can
equals
hear
to
you.
false? And all right, great. Let me comment that out. Sorry, we'll soon finish. Then I have this is fruit, right? So if is fruit equal to true and is fruit equal to false, let's see, what is it saying is expected. There's something wrong with this. Constant value of type bool is expected. All right. Expected. Let's do that. Come in. So there's a way to manage that with switch statements. I don't usually use that and for my switch though, but there's a way to manage that. Okay, there's a way to manage that. So I'll just leave that as homework to go and figure out that, right? But there's a way to manage that. Okay. Right, Abdul, were you the one that asked me that?
Sir, I have a question.
Okay, go ahead. There's a way to manage that. Go ahead, go ahead.
So does it mean that these conditions are good to use in if statements rather
Which
than switch?
conditions?
Like the AND operator and the OR operators.
You can use the and or with your switch, but I rarely use that. It's been a long time. So that's why I'm going to give you that as an assignment to go and check that and know why we're having these issues. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yep. Any question? Hello, are we good?
Yes, I good.
All right. 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 Okay. So if there is no question, what else? So I've done review with you guys now, everyone here. Shay? Have I done review with everyone? All right, okay, I've seen everybody here. Okay, I've done review with you guys, so it means everyone here has submitted the tax and all. So by today evening, I will be dropping. I would still repeat some of this, the tax I gave in the last exercise. I'll still repeat some of it in the new tax. Then on Thursday, we'll look into console. We know we have been dealing with console write line. So there's a question that one will ask, which is, I'm always printing out the result. What if there was a way for me to, in my Windows, right? Let's say in my Windows, I have this Windows. Let me run this in my console. Let's say in my console, I want to make it dynamic and interactive, meaning my console will be like, what is your name? So what I mean is this. This is what I mean. That's what we'll be looking into. Maybe someone typed right line, enter your wallet balance, and when you run, there should be that interaction between your program and the user, right? Enter your balance. I want to be able to impute my balance in my console. So that's what we'll be looking into on Thursday, which will help out in most of the exercises I would give. Okay. Then next week we'll go into loops. Yeah, loops. Next week, that's another important concept. All right.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
All right. So if there is no question, thank you all for joining, and do have a wonderful day, wonderful night, and make sure you continue practicing. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, no problems.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.